You know, AB.
Rob bills.
Always bored, a lot of bills. Always ballin'.
Athletic bastard.
Ain't beat me. Welcome.
Long before there was a problem coming out of Cincinnati, Ohio that would be hard to solve. Before the diamonds and before the gold and before having all the money one would hope for in the pursuit of happiness. This was way before he had the ambition to start his own hip-hop rap career and having the elaborate dances to show for it.
Scooch, drop top, whiz up.
You young Metro,
Yeah.
I don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Ay, you get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it.
This was before becoming a proud father to a big family, before becoming boxing's next sensation, and before he became a former 4-weight champion, having held the WBO junior lightweight title from 2011 to 2012, the WBC lightweight title, the WBA welterweight title, as well as the WBA light welterweight title in 2015 to 16. This was before the AB campaign and the About Billions promotional brand that Adrien holds up to bring in new talent. And this was before being the most charismatic and having the most memorable and mind-blowing interviews.
I definitely gave y'all what I promised. It wasn't in the 4th round, but I knocked his ass out though.
Final thought. Any regrets about anything that went on in the pre-fights and all the news conferences?
Negative. I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man. They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Adrien Jerome Broner was born on July 28, 1989 in Cincinnati, Ohio. His parents Dorothy Broner and Thomas Knight had an extensively large family. Adrien had 8 brothers, one of which was his twin named Aundrell. They were raised in the harsh streets of Cincinnati, Ohio with a population of nearly 300,000. Cincinnati is the 3rd largest city in Ohio and 65th largest city in the United States. For Cincinnati, violent crime is one of the highest in the nation of violent offenses, including rape, murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault, and assault with a deadly weapon. This has helped the city become formally known as Sin City.
Happening, man. Sin City, man, on the Mac. But yeah, like, a lot of shit been going down, man. Shit crazy out here, man. A lot of niggas snitching, man. And still walking the beat, man.
Still walking out this
still walking the
bitch.
beat, man. So, you know, shit goddamn cartoons out here, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Niggas wired for sound, man. You know, closest homie, man.
Bro, you feel me? Ain't nobody got a rep for the Mac on the west side. The news do it for it. You feel me? Where the body's at. Where the dog eggs at. Where everything at.
Like other inner cities made up of violence and crime, Cincinnati is stricken with poverty and has one of the highest homicide rates in the country, accompanied by New Orleans, Detroit, St. Louis, and Baltimore. Broner was given the gloves at 4 years old to fight and settle household beef with his 8 brothers. His father, Thomas Knight, figured in order to keep the kids from fighting inside, that they should take it outside and strap on the boxing gloves to settle their family differences.
I'm like, come on. Ain't gonna be no more of this fighting in the house. So we came up with that fighting in the yard.
I want a clean fight, fellas.
We got 8 brothers, so they had to learn how to fight.
Adrien, Andre.
Can't fit right there.
Twins. Wrong.
They put the gloves on me, and they put the gloves on my twin, and me and him was fighting.
Ain't nobody down there. Stop. Stop the fight.
No kids in the neighborhood could beat us. They didn't want to box with us, so we always have to box older and bigger guys.
Boxing became a family ritual, and it was within that neighborhood that Adrien and his brothers were relatively known to scrap with others.
I used to stay in this house right here, but it's when my other house got burned down. We came over here until they fixed it up. This is my garage. My daddy garage, he stayed here. My dad had this truck for about, 15 years, man, it's crazy. It's the house I grew up in right here. It's crazy, they put a fence up, my daddy put a fence up.
Adrien's twin brother, Aundrell, was also a boxer, but would soon give up the sport, leaving Adrien to relish and become a boxing sensation, racking up wins tournament after tournament. At age 16, a young Broner, after losing the opportunity to fight and qualify for the 2008 Olympics, took a brief leave from the sport, only to return and meet his current promoter, Andrew Williams, who runs R&R Promotions out of Cincinnati. Trainer Mike Stafford and Adrien's father teamed up as Adrien became a force to be reckoned with locally, leaving majority of his amateur recorded bouts ending by knockout. Adrien was able to quickly adapt to using his skills of speed, power, and ringmanship to defeat his opponents and rack up a successful amateur record of 300 wins with only 19 defeats. Accolades included the 2002 and 2003 National Silver Gloves champion and the 2005 National Junior Olympics semifinalist. Adrien would go on to turn professional May 31st, 2008, where he would win in royal fashion in front of his hometown crowd at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Cincinnati. He would go on to make quite an impression on the pound-for-pound king and legend Floyd Mayweather, where they would later become good friends, and Mayweather would ultimately take him up under his wing to teach him the ropes. Cincinnati's very own Adrien The Problem Broner will forever be the braggadocious champion known for his quickness and shoulder roll defense. He would grow to bless the sport with his entertainment lifestyle, witty remarks, and explosive power in the ring. This has been a special edition of Boxing Guru. This is Boxing Before They Turn Pro.